This is unsettling. Sexual assault mid-flight. New information that we've obtained exclusively from the FBI shows an increase in the number of investigations into sexual assaults on planes.
Channel 2's investigative reporter Justin Gray found those numbers only capture a fraction of the incidents that are happening on board. Justin?
Well, Joe Vito, we found so many roadblocks for victims here. If you punch the person sitting next to you on the plane, you're going to get removed from your seat. Authorities will be waiting on the ground. But we found the same thing is not happening with sexual assaults. It was a red-eye Frontier flight from Denver.
I wasn't asleep, but I had a window seat and I was leaning up against the window.
Army veteran Lena Ramsey says what happened next has in some ways been more difficult than being injured on duty in Afghanistan.
The man behind me started groping me and I still was kind of shocked. Am I feeling what I'm feeling until I saw his hand come through.
Ramsey says she went to the flight attendant for help.
I had to get out of that situation immediately because I was trapped.
That's when you might expect the flight crew would jump into action. Law enforcement would be called. But that's not what happened here.
She sent me back to the seat.
Attorney Annika Martin says this is happening because many airlines don't have adequate procedures or training for responding to sexual assaults.
It's not that there aren't ways to do this that they already know. They're just not doing it.
That's why she filed this class action lawsuit against Frontier Airlines with Ramsey as a named plaintiff. You reported a crime. And what happened?
She helped him get off the plane, and I felt like I was the one who had done something wrong. In-flight sexual assaults are the jurisdiction of the FBI. We filed a Freedom of Information Act request with the FBI and found that in fiscal year 2019, FBI opened 119 sexual assault investigations, a dramatic increase over recent years. In 2014, there were only 38. But Sarah Nelson, president of the Association of Flight Attendants, says just a fraction of the crimes are getting reported or investigated.
It is dramatically underreported.
Flight attendants are both responsible for responding to the crime and are the most frequent victims.
Flight attendants have not had the tools to deal with this or even thought that anyone would care if we spoke up.
In Ramsey's case, the pilot was not told and the authorities were not called until Ramsey demanded help from the pilot and the gate crew. Witnesses, evidence, the suspect, all gone.
A sexual assault is okay. We don't have to report it. That's what I felt like. I felt like I was victimized again and again.
In 2018, Congress ordered the creation of a national in-flight sexual misconduct task force. It is working on recommendations to the FAA, but critics say the airlines should not wait on regulators.
They have a lot of control over what we do, but in exchange for that control, they have a duty to protect us.
Frontier told me in a statement, quote, "We have strict policies in place to proactively and appropriately respond to reports of misconduct and alleged crimes." Frontier denies the allegations in the lawsuit and will vigorously defend itself. The FBI is now investigating Ramsey's case, but she still does not even know the name of the man who allegedly assaulted her.
You're paying money to them to be there, and there's nowhere you can go. You're trapped. You're really trapped.
We also reached out to other airlines. Southwest tells me their flight attendants are trained to report this to the pilot and have law enforcement waiting for them on the plane. Now, Delta told us their crews are trained to respond to what they call passenger disruptions. But key thing here, they did not say anything specific when we asked about sexual assaults.
All right, but this can't all fall on the flight attendants, though, can it? I mean, what are they expected to do?
Well, that is why there needs to be action in Washington. And there actually is a bill proposed in Congress that would require not just flight crew training, but also increase penalties, require new signage, and also really add more warnings all around the airport and on planes.
All right. Justin, thank you.